Ah, the little Renault rally car. Paint job, special paint job that I gave it. I'm going to take you around Melbourne in my rally car. One more gold piece and I've got enough to buy that Shelby Cobra, in fact. Now then, the Renault. To show you the lovely paint job that I gave it. Look, I gave it a Union Jack on the top, chevrons on the front, waves on the side, and wings on the back. Every aspect different, and yet it all fits together really nicely as a paint job. And then we've got a few extra little stickers on there that I also put on, just to make it look a bit rally-esque. Isn't that a beauty? I think I might have bought those black peels as well. I can't remember whether they came with it or not. Now then, hot hatch power match. Aha, Melbourne. So we're going to do a drag. Let's do all three of these. Let's do the autocross just to show you what an autocross is. It's a little stretch of road and you've just got to do it in a limited amount of time. Let's turn the volume down or you won't be able to hear me talking. So on Mount Panorama, one of my favourite tracks. These Aussie tracks are amazing. The Australians make fantastic tracks, they really do. We're going to start by going up the hill. Now I do recommend you do this from time to time. If it doesn't feel right, calibrate the thing. Get it to know what level is, especially if you're not in a place where level has clear definition. I live on a boat when I'm in England, and my boat's not always level. I haven't driven cars this slow for a while. I've been driving the supercars. These little hot hatches are such fun, but they are different. That's that sound right there that I don't like. So there we go, Bathurst. I don't know what the target was, but I'm pretty sure that we smashed it. It's a fully upgraded car, by the way, so short of buying another car, there's not much more I could have done to win that, so glad I did. Yeah, let's go to the next one. That's done almost no wear and tear on the car. Of course, we didn't hit anything, and might just need a couple of new tyres or something. That would be it. Incidentally, I don't spend any real money on this game. Drag race, and there's no adverts. It's a brilliant game. You can grind away as I'm doing here. And I've got some nice cars from grinding. So we've got to hit the go button as soon as you see the green, and then we've got to change gear right in the middle of the last notch, the last two notches of the speedo before it goes to the red. You'll see where I change gear. It's a different amount of time every time. There's no steering required, it's just changing gear at the right time, which is on where the needle is now. Between that notch and the red, between the last notch and the red, basically, on all speedos, on all cars. And you do not need to steer in any way. We're going to have a blast at Adelaide after this. This is just a warm-up for Adelaide. Here we go again. You have to do 3 of these. crossed the line at quite a bit over 100 miles an hour, and we've got one more to go. Here we go. Volkswagen Golf by the look of it, which we will buy one eventually. That'll be a nice car to buy. I have driven one once in real life. I did quite like it actually. I'd say it's the heaviest feeling small car I've ever driven, the Golf. Crossing around 115. I've only owned one, I think, small compact car. I've driven a few here and there, but I prefer the big cars. But the Golf feels like a big car. It feels nice and heavy and stable. Unlike any other compact car, it has that about it. And for that I like it as a car. I don't know that the reliability is particularly good on the Volkswagens, but I certainly rented one and enjoyed it, and I'd rent one again. Right, so now we're going to go to Melbourne. We're going to hire him because he's going to double our money, and he's doing it for free. 5 laps of Melbourne. So this is one of my favourite tracks. I never drove it before I came to this game. We're probably going to be lapping the other cars, which is going to be very interesting at Melbourne, because this is one of the tightest, most insane tracks. I need to sit up for this. One of the reasons to livery up your car in this game is so that in the replays you can mark it out and see it from the other cars, especially in a race like this where the other cars are all like yours. We're starting off in 22nd place of 22 cars. So we have to work our way to the front of the field. We don't want to damage the car too much because it's got to survive for 5 whole laps. They are going to slow down on these first few corners substantially. So it's worth just touching the brakes and not hitting them too hard. There's plenty of opportunities later to get past them that will arrive. So now we've got the 3 left-handers. We're going to have to try and overtake them all on the outside for these. Because they are going to take the racing line. And then we've got another left-hander here. Then we have a right-hander. And then we have a very difficult chicane, especially when there's a car in the way. And we get a sharp left-hander. Another sharp left-hander. I think I scraped that wall, slowed me down a bit, so we've got 6 cars still in front of us. And now we've got a bit of space around us, not too much damage to the car. Hard touch on the brakes for this. Fast left-hander at the beginning of the track. Now the 3 left-handers. Three cars to catch, 3 laps to go. Just 2 cars to catch, 1 car to catch now, I beg your pardon. Oh, lost it a bit there on that corner, just didn't grip. That's because we are going so darn fast. And we're on his tail, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be lapping cars by the last lap, which is going to be interesting. Oops. Well, he's still on my tail. Not surprisingly after that disastrous crash. But it won't stop me from winning the race. And nor will that. That's just going to scrape a little bit of the paint off and the stickers. We can put those back on. Here we are lapping now the other cars. You would think they would get out of your way. There's so much oversteer on these front-wheel drive cars, I tell you. You're just hitting the walls all the time. I'm just not used to these little front-wheel drive cars. That is my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Final lap now. Like I said, they do not get out of your way just because you're lapping them. Because they should in real life, but they don't in this game. Funnily enough, the oversteer should make this track easier for this car, but because I'm so used to really throwing it around the corners of this track with the rear-wheel drive cars, I'm overdoing it almost on every corner. So it's kind of ironic that these are the very cars that should be able to drive this track perfectly well, but I'm not used to driving this kind of car on this kind of track, so that's the reason. Like I said, that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. You see, I'm going with a really ultra delicate touch and it's working a lot better. So that's Melbourne. Yeah, it didn't get damaged too bad. There's probably a couple of cracks in the windscreen. New headlight needed. Let's have a look at the list of things. Oh yeah, bumper, mirror, front door, windscreen, headlight, exhaust, radiator leak, wheel damage. Oh, I did damage a wheel. Yeah, I'm not surprised about that. That would probably cost quite a lot of wheel. Oh look, it's all back to normal. It's all repaired. Costs you money to repair it, but it's worth it.